Alright. So I remarked the center a little bit smaller, so we're going to be bringing this down. Yeah, this is almost one line. This hollow grinding on this Tanto is really messing me up. Once again, I'm too far this side, too far this side, and so I gotta really be careful here. I got the J-Flex, so now I'm gonna start bringing it out. Let's get it done. I might end up having to hand sand this one. It's just a lot thicker back here. You know what? I'm gonna take that 80 and get those lines straight. Sometimes you have to go back down and grit, because using 240 or 120 aluminum oxide belts, you know, you're just wasting them. That's the thing. If you're not satisfied with what you're doing and you see you have to cut in, go back down, because 120s and 240s aren't made for cutting. They're just made for fanning out and smoothing everything down. Alright, now we got that line straight. So that's one thing. If you see a problem, go back down now before you get way up and, you know, it's more of a pain in the ass. You know, always try to stay ahead of stuff like that. Alright, I thought something looked off. This line must be lower, because look at that. There we go there. We gotta bring it above this line. Alright. I thought something looked different. Alright. Alright, well I think that's it for this one. At least now we know the importance of marking correctly. Yeah. I don't know why this line was so much lower than this one. It's always good to double check it. So I don't have to do the flats yet, because this flat's 240. But starting, you know, next grit's up I will. Alright, I'm gonna move on to the other ones. I'll be back. Back again! I figured out why I wore out that other belt so much. I wasn't at an 80 grit, I was at a 60 grit. With the second belt I put on, I'm just gonna wear this one out on one side, get this up to 220, and if it starts feeling like it's too thin, I'm gonna switch it out. That's the thing about these aluminum oxide belts. They only cost like $2 or $3, but they don't last anywhere near what the ceramics is, so it's better to buy the ceramics. But once you get up to 120, you're not cutting anymore. You're just refining the bevels. So, yeah, I should have, on that first knife, I should have gone back and just, once I saw that I had to cut more in, going back down to an 80 or at least a 120. Okay, here we go. I almost forgot this hollow. I had to pull out. I started pulling out, and I was like, oops. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. So yeah, I got, don't forget with which knife, if you're down or out or what you're doing. You want your ground lines to all be even. time for a new belt. Yeah, I'm trying to get that to swoop in, but I guess I should have done the 120 first. To see how that swoops out. Now this is coming straight up. I don't know if I can fix it, but we'll see. So I just went back and did 80 on this one. So it shouldn't be that hard. You know, we should just be laying in what we want. Basically, we're not gonna wear out the belt and sit there and, you know, try to cut everything away. I got everything down how I want it. Now it's just to refine it and get the bevels up to a 220. Then we'll move on to the next one and the next one, except for the compound grind. When I get to that, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with that. But all right, let's get 220 done on this. Oh, I just made that one too high. Trying to even these out. Let me see what I can do with this side. Let me go back down to 80. Alrighty. So let me just double check with this. I had to go back down to the 80 for a second, but I want to make sure. Yeah. So here's my new line I have to bring it up to. Instead of sitting there trying to wear it out on the other belts, it's best to just go down to 80 and see where we are. So I just need to bring it up to here, right there. The rest of it's fine. So let me get that, and then we'll do the 240 for the second time, and yeah. All right, now it's just 240 and up. Let's see. All right, now we can throw a 240 belt on and just refine it. And then we'll go up to 1,000 and refine that and all that stuff. So let me tell you what just happened there. I've heard a few people say they don't even put in their swooping bevels or whatever until they get to 220 or whatever. Yeah, that doesn't work for me, so, you know. But I should have tried to make it swoop out more like this. But since I brought one side up, I'm just going to keep it like that. I think what I'm going to have to realize is, yeah, I just got to realize don't cut. Whatever you want to do, you know, do it with the 80 and then just refine from there. Because I should, you know, I was down here and it had that nice swoop in, if you go back and look at the last videos. But this is alright, you know, this is a nice fat bevel and, you know, it's still got a little bit of a swoop. Doesn't have that nice big swoop, but you know, it'll work. Alright. The funny thing is, all the time I spent sitting here back and forth trying to get this, I could probably just hand sand it out in 5 minutes. Little tip though, I left this overnight without any oil on it. Look at all that rust. Yeah, that's disappointing. Alright, I mean I have to do the flats and everything at 400 anyway, but that's still a little bit, but I'll get that off. Yeah, cause see there's water on them. Alright, that's it for the hollows. Let me go oil these down so they're not the same. You know, remember I did the surface grinder flats up to 240 anyway. So, but starting with 400, I'm gonna have to do the flats. And what I usually do is I'll do the bevels and then the flats, and I'll mark it for like 600. Bevels and the flats, then mark it. Every time I go up a grit, I'll remark it. But I'm only gonna come back at the 1,000 grit, then we should be fine. So like I said in the last video, I went ahead off camera. This was at a 62, so I went back and I got it right down to the lines, got the plunges how I want it. See, this is what I should have done on the hollow, but since I sat there and messed with the 220 and all that, I cut it way up straight. This is how I wanted it to look. So let's hope we don't. I'm just gonna kiss it on the 220 on both sides till, I get all these scratches out. And then I'll show you what I'm gonna do on the Tanto, and then we'll be back with the 1,000 grit. Here we go. And one thing I learned when you cut this in, as you're coming out, you don't want to push pressure into it. You want to kind of release it just a little bit so it just fans into there. You don't want it cutting in. Once you get your line cut how you want it, just let the belt do the work. Don't be digging in and hogging in. You already done that with the 80. Took me 3 belts and a messed up plunge line to figure that one out. All right. Yeah, even this spot right here, you just want to fan it in there. Don't go anywhere and put more pressure up. You don't want it cutting all the way in. Now this little spot right here, if we can't hit it with the belt and blend it, we'll hand sand it later, But I think we can hit that with the J-Flex. Alright, I've come to a complete conclusion. These J-Flex belts suck for These J-Flex belts are not good for swooping plunges. Look, it's already starting to bust it out. I'm gonna put the 80 on. I'm gonna go back to a regular 240. No more J-Flex belts. Here's a regular 320. I thought the Flex belts were better for it, but I don't think they are. I think they're worse. Because look how it just did that. Look at the difference. That and that. Just cut that out. Yeah, but now I'm going to have to come and do that on this side. Man, no more J-Flex belts for me. Good Lord. I'm going to have to go back down to 80 and cut these back in again. Now I know why I keep having problems, because I keep thinking these J-Flex belts are what do it. And they don't. Well, you gotta live and learn somehow. Man, look at that. That's both the sides look so perfect. Alright. Look at that. The 80 belt, the hard belt fixed it right up. Now I just had to bring it up. So I figure, you know, what you do is when you start out here, you know, once you get this part, you don't come farther over here except to touch it off. You just keep going. You don't want to cut in anything here. Just let it go. You know, bring it up here, not here. Bring it, you know, you start here and you bring it up how you want it and you kind of move it over, move it over, move it over, and then you're up. And now I got to go and do it with this side. Now I don't want to cut anymore over here. I just want to bring it up and keep bringing it up, 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 over. You don't want to bring it, you know, use the belt to kind of fan it in. And then don't use the J-Flex afterwards. Alright, problem solved. No more J-Flex belts. Now I'm just going to put that 320 back on and do away with any J-Flex belts. So let's kiss it with the 320, then I can just go to 600 and 1,000. But I won't do that, you know, I'll just do that off. I'll just show you the 320 for this. I'm just going to do this off camera, but I'm going to put another 320 in there because you can see that was like getting way too low. But I got these little facets like right here, right here, right here, and right here. So I'm just going to throw a brand new 320 on there, get those all smoothed out, and then we're good to go. Maybe just touch it right here. You can still see the old scratch marks. But I don't want to do anything harsh because that's where I want the blade. I want it just like this. No more J-Flex belts. I want that swooping plunge. I thought everyone said use J-Flex belts, they get in real good, but not for swooping plunges, they don't. Alright, I got this here. I'm just gonna hit this on the 220. I am not gonna do this on the 240. I'm gonna take this right here all the way up to 1,000 before I even come back and touch this. I want these completely done before I come back and, because this really worked, but look, remember how it looked before? Once I brought this back over, it came right into here. So I want this bevel completely done to 1,000, and then I'll come back and hit this, you know, 240, 400, 800, 1,000. But I'm not gonna do them back and forth, because that's what I'm starting to do, back and forth, like I was talking about. So let me just hit this on the 240, and then we'll be done for this. And we'll come back with the 1,000. Now you see how I'm moving my finger down? I gotta make sure I don't bring it down too much here. I'm trying to bring it here, but I keep moving up. But now you see what I'm talking about, how it's bringing down into here? So I wanna wait till I get this all the way to 1,000 and then start from there. Let me see something. Alright, now we'll know what we're doing. That's what I was talking about, is you have to remark something, remark it. Alrighty. So when you come back, I'll be on 1,000, and I still got a little bit right there, but I'll do that off camera. Alright, I'll be back on the 1,000. So the next video should be dipping. But this is it for now. Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, if any of you guys don't know, I have a second music channel. The link is in the description. All my music, you know, the music that's in the background here, but with lyrics. You know, I got guitar. If you want to learn how to play guitar, I got some guitar lessons and bass lessons and stuff. So I thought I'd bring that up. Check it out, you know. You might like the music and you might hate my vocals. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. And as always, take it easy.